Hello friends, you're the Lonesome Gamer and I'm still playing Archipelago. And this is the third turn. My goal is to have as little unemployed people as possible. I'm Baron Stevie Job, this guy here. And until now we're doing fine, I guess. So it's now turn number 3, the deactivation phase, but there is no one activated, so nothing happens here. The player order doesn't happen in the solitaire game. And these are the effects, the inhabitants. So let's see. There's nothing here. There's nothing here. Nothing here. But there, that says now one person, one rebel goes away. Because there are so little unemployed people. Just 3, so 1 goes away. So they're all happy now, all my people, no rebels. And now the balance on the archipelago. And we find that here, we already resolved that crisis here, the red one. So it's now this one, the yellow one, that says 1 wood from the foreign market. And as you can see, there is no wood. So again, I got 2 options. I could pay one of these exploration tokens, but I also could simply say I accept another rebel. So in this case I cannot pay this 1 single cube. So there is instead 1 rebel, a new one here. And now we come to the action phase, phase number 5. Okay, so the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna explore again. So I place my action marker here. And this time I take that tile. I think this is not bad. So the other side would be this. So I could now either place this like that, and I think that's a pretty good idea. I could also place it like this and take the 2 woods, which is also great. I gotta think about that. Okay, so I think I'll place it like this. I'm not really sure if this is the best idea, but I'm gonna do that now. And now this guy moves from here to here, exploring that new region. And that gives me another exploration marker. Then one of these resources goes to the local market. And well, I think it's, I don't know, let's say wood. So I'll place that here. And then I'm allowed to take 1 resource for myself, and that will be food, I guess. So the green cube here. And we have 2 huts, so the number of unemployed people goes up to 5. So that was the exploration. Okay, and now I only have these 2 florin left, so I think I need more money. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna trade. So I place my action marker here, and I'm gonna trade away this food to the foreign market. And I gain now 8 florin in return. Two, 3. So here we go. That's better. And finally, I think I'm gonna build a harbor. To do this, I need a stone. Oh, wait a minute. That's exactly the problem. I see, I don't have any stone. I can only change these, as far as I understood that, into a resource during the time when the crises are prevented. So I think now I cannot do this, so I'm not able to build the harbor. Okay, let me see. I think then instead I will reproduce again. So there are now exactly 2 on this tile, and that allows me to place a third one here. So I'm gonna place one on this side of the tile. And we have an additional person now on the archipelago, so this white meeple goes up. Okay, and in addition I'm going to use this education card again. Simply turn that like this. And now the unemployed people are reduced by 2. And I can also use this financial counselor now. And I pay 1. Oh no, that doesn't really work. Oh, that doesn't make any sense. Okay. So now we're done with the action phase. And then we have to buy these cards, one of these cards. Okay, I'm gonna buy the Admiral, I think, for 4. And that allows me to move my ships up to 3 regions when I'm migrating. Normally you can only move 1 region with each ship. And then I have to turn 2 other cards, and I'm gonna turn this guy here, the Minister of Agriculture. I'm gonna buy him in the next turn probably. And well, I think also could be the king or the headhunter. Well, I think it's the king. Okay, fine. And then we got to draw another card. Oh, and this is the, well, okay, so this is a job agent, and it says you can hire a unemployed worker without using an action. But you have to pay this guy anyway. But this is pretty good. Now we have a new crisis, the red one here. This is the one we have to solve immediately. And that means we need 2 food for the foreign market. from the foreign market. So there is now one food on the foreign market, and now I'm wondering I could give away one from here, or I could accept one person, one more rebel here. Well, I think I will actually give away one of these tokens, so we're all happy now. Okay, so that's the end of that turn. Next turn, no deactivation, no order. But again, the good thing here, only 3 unemployed people, so 1 less rebel. So again, no rebels on the archipelago. And then we have to solve this crisis here. There is a demand for stone, and 1 stone on the local market can help 5 people. So we're at exactly 5 inhabitants. So we can simply pay this stone here, and we're done. And then it's the action phase. Okay, still I want to build a harbor, but to do that would be great to have stone. So I'm going to do another exploration, and maybe I'm lucky and find some stone here. But I don't take that tile, but the one underneath. That's not much better. Let's see. That's not exactly what we wanted, but we can use it. That's at least something. We could either place it here, or here. Well, I'm not so sure. It's both not exactly what I wanted. Cannot place it here. Actually, now I see I cannot place it here because here is a mountain and that doesn't fit with this. So I have to place it like this. There is no other way. I have to place it like this. Oh, but that's not possible. Oh, yeah, that's possible. This guy can explore. It's adjacent to him. So he now has to move here. And then, well, on the other hand, maybe no, I got a better idea. Actually, I can place that thing here, like this. I think I will do this. Yeah, I like that more. So now I can move here with my ship. That's better. And I'm gonna place an iron on the local market, and I'm gonna take a fish for myself. In addition, I get another exploration marker. There is 1 hut. So that goes up again, and that's it. Yeah, I think that's a better solution. Okay, and now I'm trying to get some stone because I want to build that harbor. So I use my action, place that action marker here on that stone. And then I can activate this guy and place him on one of these stone sources here. And I'm allowed to take a white cube. And my third action will be now building this harbor. So I'm going to place here in this building space my third action marker, and I'm going to spend a fish, a stone and 2 florin to buy a harbor, and that is actually this thing here. Yeah. Here we go. This is our harbor. And I'm gonna place him here, just like this. And there is now also a person that has to be activated to build this harbor. So I'm placing him on the harbor. In addition, I'm going to use again my education ability to reduce my unemployed people by 2. So I'm at 2 now. Okay, so guess I'm doing fine until now. Let's go to the... Let's buy some cards. And this time it's this Minister of Agro... What's the name? Agriculture, I think. So I paid 2 for him. And he allows me now... I can simply activate him and I can place up to 2 kettles and or fruits from the bank in the local market. That's a pretty good thing. So I have to pay 2. And that's it then. And then we're going to turn this guy here, the Minister of Employment, and he will be the next one I buy. And then, well, let me see. I think I'm going to turn this guy here, the job agent. And we have to replenish here the other card, and that is an explorer. So can activate this guy and pay 1 during exploration. You can take a look at the first 3 piles of the archipelago and choose one. Well, that sounds really great. And there is no actual crisis. So that's the end of this turn. Okay, so again, phase number 1, deactivation. And this time we can do this. We can place this guy here. But that's it. And he stays there. He's still controlling this harbor. And let's see now, we're allowed to reduce the rebels by 1 because of this, but there is no rebel at all, so it's all fine here. Now we have to take a look here at the balance on the archipelago, and this one would actually allow me to remove 2 rebels per church. But no church, no rebels, so no problems. The second one is actually a problem because we have to pay 2 wood to the motherland, and we don't have any wood in the foreign market. What I can do is I'll give away one of my exploration markers to pay 1 wood, and I'll accept a rebel here. So the crisis is done and we have 1 rebel. Well, that's okay, I guess. And then it's again the action phase. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to trade. But this time I'm not going to use one of my action markers, but I'm going to use the harbor. And there has to be a meeple that controls the harbor. This is the case now. And instead of an action, I can now pay 1 florin, place it here on the harbor. And now I can do 2 trading actions with the foreign market. And I have here the iron and the fish. So I'm going to sell that to the foreign market. These are 6 and 8. So that gives me now 13. Nope, that's wrong. It's 14 actually. And in addition, I'm going to activate now this financial counselor and pay 1. And well, normally I had 15, I paid 1, gives me 14. So I gain, for every 5 florin I have 1 additional. So let me check that. It's 16 now. Fine. Okay, I think I'm going to hire workers. And I'm actually going to hire 2 of them, I guess. So I pay, there are 2 left. I have to pay 8 to hire 2 workers. So now I'm at 0 here, which is really great. And I place an additional worker here. And another one here. So we have now 2 additional people living on the archipelago. Okay. And now, well, I think I'm gonna I'm trying to get some resources. First I'm gonna gain some food, so I place one action marker here. And I can activate now these 2. And they give me 2 food. If you harvest your resources, you're always allowed to basically to activate all people that are able to to harvest these resources. So I'm not only allowed to gain 1 food, but 2 food, or if there were more, I could activate them all and gain all that food. And then I'm gonna do the same with stone. I'm gonna place these 2 people here, and that gives me now 2 stone. That's pretty good. I have a few resources now. Okay, so that was my action phase. And now the money here in the harbor goes to the bank. By the way, I can only trade once per turn on each single harbor. So if I had 2 harbors, for example, I could do 2 trading actions with the harbors, but with 1 harbor I can only do this once. And now I have to buy cards. And as I said before, I'm going to buy this guy here, the Minister of Employment 2. That's perfect. And I have to turn these guys, so I think I'm going to turn him. And, well, probably him. I don't really need, yeah, that's okay. Just like this. And then I'm going to replace the card. And that is a trader. And I can activate him, pay 2, and you can trade an unlimited number of resources of one kind on the local market. So that's pretty good. And we have a crisis on the local market. Fish is the demand of the people. We have to pay 1 fish to make 6 people happy. So let's see, we now have 7 people on our archipelago. And there is only 1 fish left, so we can pay 1 fish and And now there is 1 person left which cannot eat enough fish. And that makes her angry. And that makes her a rebel. So now what we do is we place this person on the side. And here's the difference, because if it was the foreign market, if the crisis was here in the lower half, then we simply had to place an additional person here, and that's it. An additional rebel up there, and that's it. But because this is the local market, now these people themselves become rebels. So we place this figure on the side, and we have an additional rebel here. But this is not too bad, because in the first turn, in the first phase, in the deactivation phase of the next turn, he will stand up again. So in this case it's not so bad. This is more a problem if he becomes a rebel in phase 4 during the balance on the archipelago, because then you cannot use these guys on your action phase. But in this case it's not too bad. Okay, fine. So I think I'm gonna load this up. I'm still doing perfect. You can see my goal is to have no or very little unemployed people, and I have no unemployed person. So that is great. Just 2 rebels. So I think until now the situation is completely under control. Okay, I hope to see you in my next video. Until then, bye.